hands up.
My name is Colin. I'm the CEO of the Sucker Punch Show. I'm here with Hall of Famer Kevin Kelley. We are the Sucker Punch Show. We're actually sitting here live from the Fight Club. Kev, why don't you give them the address and how to get out here?
Flamingo and Mountain Vista in Las Vegas, Nevada. Coach Jason. Great gym. Gym is coming up. I tell you got some good talent coming in. Try to like Kaipo is coming up.
Kaipo Gallego. Just turned pro recently, doing amazing things. Be on the lookout. If you're looking for a good gym, by all means, come on down to the Fight Club.
At all times. I'm down here sometimes still training the kids. So definitely come down and see what we can do as far as the basics. Learn the boxing basics.
Absolutely.
Last few years, been traveling a little bit. Also doing the show with Colin, Sucker Punch Show. This is what we do. Sucker Punch Show. And commentary, if I get a chance to with me all the time. The new video games is coming out called Undisputed, so you can check that out. That's coming out with me in it. Also, a movie just finished. It's a movie premiere, a movie called Title Shot. So look out for that also. It's going to have a lot of good people in it. Andrew Dundee's in it, Al Gavin's in it, Sugar Shane Mosley's in it. So look forward to seeing the movie Title Shot.
Me and Kevin were working together, and we saw something that needed to happen here in Vegas. I mean, this is the boxing capital of the world. Yet there's no boxing show that's dedicated purely for boxing on a national level of any kind. So we're really trying to bring that home for people here in Vegas as the entertainment capital of the world. And boxing is definitely needed, and there needs to be a spotlight on boxing at all times, not just when there's a major fight. But all the upcoming fighters, all of these guys come from somewhere, and they need to get their spotlight before they even get to the big stage. And that's really what the Sucker Punch Show is about, coming from the bottom all the way to the top. This is where they grind, this is where they work out, this is where they get their grassroots from, and this is how we're going to do it from here on out. It just bring something new to Vegas and make sure that the fans get everything that they're looking for. A deep look into boxing right here at the Capitol World. And we're going to be setting up a YouTube channel. We're actually doing a live show. Seasoned Entertainment will be down at the Rio at the Fight Dome, and we're excited to bring that entertainment to the entertainment capital of the world, which is awesome.
We explain what you don't know about boxing. We take you behind the scenes in boxing. From Joe Cortez, Stitch Duran, Roy Jones Jr., Mike Tyson. We want to let you know the insight to the sport. That's why it's called Sucker Punch. It comes out of nowhere. That's what Sucker Punch does.
We've covered a couple of the major boxing events. We covered lately Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, and interviewed some fighters, got their opinion on who they thought was going to win. And just really just keeping up with all the major fights. Getting their insight, talking to fighters, talking to fans, and getting everybody's opinion on the fights, giving our own expertise, opinion from Kevin, is my own opinion from a fan side of things, and really just trying to give the fans 100% in-depth look at boxing.
Behind the scenes also, there's a lot that goes on in boxing, so we want you to watch this show to be educated, to understand the ins and outs. This is chess, this is not checkers. So at the end of the day, we all understand the sport, the gravity. You know, big fights are created. And that's what needs to go back to the era again. That's what's happening with Colin versus Spence. If you had Sugar Ray versus Hearns, Duran, and Hagler, people will miss that. So we look to involve ourselves somewhere that we can push those fights together. Hopefully they can action. So we sometimes don't even know what's going to happen. So that's how Sucker Punch shit happens. We get Sucker Punch to realize that we got to do certain things too. And then we brought everybody, we had Irene Barkley there and everybody else there. And then that evening went to the fight. Devin Haney versus Never Change.
Well,
so we were at that fight, and we got a chance to be front and center and do things like they should be done. And that's the way Sucker Punch is. It's all about the way things should be done. Doing commercials, we do so many different dramas. We do, Russell Peters is a comedian. He loves boxing, he's a friend of mine. With Buddy Colin, and he did a commercial ad for us. You'll see on the thing. It's kind of comedic act. He did for us. Some people that you would never see. We go behind the scenes and do things that other people don't do. The referees, the judge. Sometimes you got a fighter like Cortez. What's his name? Andre Cortez. We interviewed him.
Joe Cortez.
Andre Cortez, the fighter.
Oh, the fighter, yeah.
The fighter, Andre Cortez, and he is now signed to Top Rank. So we like to introduce people to the next generation that's coming, so we can create great fights and show you what boxing is really about. There's no such thing as a great fighter. There are such thing as great fights. That's the theory. There's no such thing as great fights. Fighters, what fights there are.
So when you do your documentary on Kevin Kelley, The Flushing Flash, what aspects, it's not all aspects of your life, do you want portrayed to the general public?
But I want the public to understand I was trying to be different, try to be unique. I'm not first because I got the information from guys before me. History repeats itself over and over and over, right? But it looks different ways. Okay? When you see a Mike Tyson, when you see a Tank Davis, when you see these guys are doing the same information that happened earlier, but they're doing it differently. And I want to do the same thing, do it differently. I was a lefty that would switch. I make a different kind of switch rather than a regular switch. So I want to leave behind a legacy that, people remember 3 fights of mine. Out of all my fights, 3. Me Prince, me Gainer, me Dorsey. So at the end of the day, those fights is what made my whole career. Ain't that crazy? Like I said, there's no such thing as a great fighter. There isn't such thing as a great fighter.
I think when we're done, I mean, you can't judge Instagram posts, you can't judge a YouTube post, but I think when we're done with the finished product of the show, that we unveil it to the world in its capacity, in all capacity, live event, TV, and the way that we're really going to bring this to the entertainment capital of the world, I firmly believe it will change the dynamics of how coverage is done in sports in general, period. We have a long way to go. Never satisfied, for one. Nobody should be ever satisfied. There's so much to learn, so much more to do, so many more connections to make, right? And boxing's always forever changing. So I always want to be right there in the vein with boxing, flow with boxing, and continue to give constant pressure of boxing to the general public. I want them to know, hey, we got the heartbeat. We're already in the entertainment capital of the world. This is the mecca of boxing. Why don't we have its own show right here in Vegas? That's ludicrous if you ask me. So we're going to put it down and make sure that general public has boxing. When they come to Vegas, they're going to see signs with the Sucker Punch Show all over the place. The Sucker Punch Show is going to be a staple, just like boxing's a staple here in Las Vegas. And that's the goal.
I got a picture Colin, trying to get these demons off me. I got a picture Colin, trying to get these demons off me. I heard a story about the 3 little pigs. Chop made them sizzle, got the Drake in the dish. This chick came outside, piggy granted my wishes, started shaking that. Couldn't be with a bitch outside.